G'day my YouTube friends, it's Chris and it's time for another review. Now several years ago when I put up my home theatre series, one of the viewers wrote, "Hey Chris, you ever thought about a soundbar?" To which I said, "Hang on, that's not a bad idea. Let's think about that. 7 speakers, subwoofer, 100 watts per speaker. Is that going to be the same experience as going to the movies?" Goodness no. Great question though, because hey, whilst we don't go to the cinema and expect a soundbar to deliver that whopping sound with things flying around your head and Dolby Atmos, you know, there's nothing like localized sound. But there is a place for soundbars, and that's definitely with TVs. So a few years ago, I purchased an LG soundbar and I was really impressed. So the next year, guess what I did? I got another one, which is this little sucker here, and you can still buy it. So let's do a review. Let's go over both soundbars, discuss what I love, what I don't like so much, and do a few little sound demos for you, and we'll wrap this whole thing up. So both soundbars have 4 speakers outputting 60 watts. This one has only a 100 watt wireless subwoofer, whereas the other one has 180. I really can't tell the difference between the two, and for normal TV volume levels, both are perfectly adequate. The cool thing about the wireless subwoofers is all you have to do is plug it in and they just send a signal over to the subwoofer so you can situate it anywhere in the room you want. Both soundbars can decode Dolby Digital, DTS, MP3, WMA, OCG, FLAC and WAVE. They also support Bluetooth, so you connect your phone or whatever Bluetooth device you have to stream your music, including HDMI, ARC return, 3.5mm line in and optical. This model right here has a total of 3 different sound profiles, whereas the older one has 6. Don't really use them that often, and I find they either exaggerate one aspect or another of, like say, bass or treble, overly so at the sake of other things, so I think it's just best to leave them alone. Packed in the box, they came with a remote control, manuals, as well as mounting hardware to either wall mount them or even mount them under your TV. So if you use the optical input from your TV to your soundbar, SoundSync will actually try and match up what's ever happening on the screen with the audio. Actually, it's pretty good, and compared to HDMI, where I found there was generally some issues, maybe it was actually the broadcaster or maybe it was the DVD player, I don't know, but nonetheless, instead of using ARC return, best way was to use optical. Now we've got a nice little overview of them, let's do a few little sound samples. Now, little caveat here. You're going to listen to this on your TV or maybe your laptop or maybe via headphones, which is probably going to be the best way to do this. I'm recording it via a Rode mic, which is then going to be encoded, put over some compression standard by YouTube, and it's obviously not going to be the best compared to being in the room, but I'll differentiate between the TV and the soundbar so you can appreciate the difference of what these things can do. Of the Manfrotto Mini Pixie mobile phone smart clamp device. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, so let's go with it. Of the Manfrotto Mini Pixie mobile phone smart clamp device. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, so let's go with it. Of the Manfrotto Mini Pixie mobile phone smart clamp device. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, so let's go with it. Of the Manfrotto Mini Pixie mobile phone smart clamp device. Yeah, it's a bit of a mouthful, so let's go with it. For about $300, I'm pretty impressed. They're definitely not high-end soundbars. You know, they're not like the Bose, Yamaha $1,200 varieties. No. These are definitely, I would say, more mid-level. Recommended retail for these is about $450 Australian dollars, which firmly puts them in the middle point. The sound quality you get from them is rich, warm, and mostly a good experience. Bass is well done. Dialogue and separation of sound effects is generally well handled as well. However, I find that music or special effects can tend to be blown out compared with just a dialogue channel, so just something to keep in mind. So before I wrap this whole thing up, just a few things to note. The inputs on this soundbar are kind of weird. They're divided. You've got HDMI on one side, which makes the cables have to do this weird right angle curvy thing, which I don't understand. It's not bad, not good for your cables. And they put the optical on the line in the correct spot, so why they did that, I do not know. The other soundbar has got it right, and that just goes straight at the back. So regardless if you're going to have it like on your TV stand, mounted under your TV or on the wall, I think the other option is probably the best option. So just be mindful of that when you're looking out for your next soundbar. The other thing to note is that this one's got these LEDs to display which input is on, and when you hit volume up, volume down, or change your input, what have you, on the remote control, you just get a little flashing light to say, yes, I did something, and that's exactly it. You don't know what that something is. So the other one handles it a lot better in that you've got a graphical display. You know you're doing your volume up and down. You can tell what number the volume's set on, what the input is, sound, you name it, and that's perfect. So again, another thing to look out for, that if you're not going to go for the LGs, get one that definitely shows you what it's doing. So what do you reckon? Have you got a soundbar? Put your comments down below and let me know. If you haven't already, do yourself a favor and go out and get one. Best $300 you'll spend, I swear, okay? Anyway, enough of that. It's been a long review, so apologies for it being so long. If you haven't already, do us a favor and subscribe, hit the notification icon, share this on your socials, and I look forward to seeing you real soon.